It's so nice to share it with the Mets organization and the fans who've been so good to me, to see the faces of people and how happy they are. And to go in as a Met for me is something, as I've said earlier, very, very special because of my connection with the city and the fans. So, you know, I'm over the moon with happiness. For me, being a traditionalist and a student of the game and knowing what the Hall represents and knowing the players that are there from its inception to even today, everything goes through it. And then, you know, everyone, you have sort of an unofficial theme of your speech, and for me was that you do not go in alone. As I said, I've always tried to let people put that in perspective, and for me, as much as I hit the home run, I do feel like that it just wasn't me. It was on the plaque with me is really special.
And most guys that you probably sit and talk to and interview, they tell you, this was a great team. You know, we had a lot of fun together. For this group of guys, this never get old. This is a special group of guys. Met fans love this team. They remember this team. They remember the heart of this team, and you know, they remember the personality.
There's always going to be things that are going wrong, but I think the most important part is how we react to it. And I think for the most part, when we've been under adversity, we've come back in a positive way. So as long as we continue to do that, I think we'll be fine. Our first game versus Ohio State was really good, and I think we've had a week of practice in between that's helped us grow even more from that game. So I think everybody's focused and ready to play.
And we welcome you to the XL Center in downtown Hartford for the home opener for the 2015-16 season for the defending national champion UConn Huskies, as tonight they take on the Wildcats of Kansas State.
This is a big deal, going for 4 in a row, but it's rarely on my mind at this point because you're so busy with school, you're so busy with games and practice, and just trying to get through the every day. You're not really focusing on the championships until you know it's being brought up. When it's just us, nobody's really talking about it.
Obviously, winning 4 national championships in a row has never been done, so it is a big conversation, particularly in the beginning of the season, but it's November, you know, so you know, the team doesn't focus on it every day. They have to focus on playing the game of basketball, and they've always focused on the process and the way they do things, and they've never strayed from that focus, and that's why they are in a position to win 4 in a row.
Mariah Jefferson forcing another K-State turnover. Mariah does her patented move.
UConn is expected to win this game pretty handily.
Samuelson into the game. The feed to Brianna Stewart. 25 for Stewart.
But I would say this about the way Gino approaches games. It doesn't matter who you're playing, it matters how you play. If the team is not playing the way the game is supposed to be played in Connecticut basketball, he will be miserable. It doesn't matter if they win by 20, 30, 40. I've seen it happen over the years where he's an absolute miserable wretch to be around.
And that will do it here at the XL.
And there's a level of urgency. They're like, I got to get this and I got to get it right. Because if you can't get it right against teams that are not necessarily the toughest teams on our schedule, you're never going to get it right. And I know it's only the second game. If you want us to trust you, then you got to trust yourself. You got to be there when we call on you. That's the bottom line.
We're trafficking in rumor and idle thought. The Mets, of course, tonight, it's all a buzz on Twitter that maybe they're in on Carlos Gomez, and we'll see where that goes. But trade deadline, 4 p.m. on Friday. And for now, well, same cast of characters.
It was a tough night.
I have never seen anything like the Wilmer Flores night at a ballpark before. I will probably never see it again in my career covering baseball.
David Pomerantz had the chance to step inside the studio and spend a day in the life with a pre- and post-game analyst.
Hello, hello. What's your name?
David.
David, congratulations.
Yeah,
Nelson. So what we plan on doing is we're going to do a breakdown segment of Cespedes. All right, so let's come on this way. And this is where the magic happens. This is the newsroom. Today is we're going to talk about how Cespedes can get to that low pitch, and he does a lot of damage with it. So those pitches that we'll show.
Swing's pretty ugly out in front.
So we'll take that information. We're going to go find Chen, who's going to get our video together.
What's going on, Mike? This is Brad. Nice to meet you.
The Cespedes swings where the bad quad, where he's reaching, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's right where that white flash is. We're going to have a white flash and go to San Francisco video. So that's the other thing. You go back and forth all day long because once he cuts it, you have to go look at it again.
Back to the computer.
Yep, back to the computer.
I'd show 20 to 25 homers came off pitches in the lower third of the plate.
So now we did all our homework. Now it's playtime. We get to go upstairs, changing. All right, so now we're heading out. We got dressed. We're ready to go. Time to go in the studio. The runner-up in the Kid Caster contest, and I think we saw that, did we not?
Yeah, so here he is against the Giants after the injury. We're half of the strike zone.
And so alongside David Pomerantz, Nelson Figueroa, back to you. David, that was a great job. And I know how hard it is to be in front of the camera. You get a little nervous and you're thinking of so many things that you want to say and you have only 30 seconds to get it all out of your head.
Hey, Liam. Nice to meet you. Looking good, Liam. Hey, having fun? Let's go do it.
Hey, little guy, what's your name?
Liam.
Liam, nice to meet you, man.
That's it. Oh, yeah, man. Man, what you doing? What you doing?
You ready to have some fun?
Cheese.
My man.
You ever dunked a basketball before?
No.
No?
No.
You want to try?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right.
You're officially amazing.
I don't.
So proud of you, buddy. I'm so proud of you, man.
Cheese and hammer.
Section 24. Can I sit next to you, buddy?
Yeah.
Good. All right.
They're like superheroes. Did you see how they handle? They're so funny.
So, buddy, how you doing, man? Hey. Some nothing, man.
Hey, what's up, Bobby?
One of them even gave you their headbands?
Yeah, it's sweaty.
That's your friends up here?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, good.
You having a good time?
Yeah.
Me too. I'm having a great time.
So cool. What a day, huh?
Yeah. Play ball.
The waiting is nearly over. The baseball regular season opens in just hours. Opening night, Mets and Royals.
From Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, the Mets hold the best winning percentage on the season's first day in all of baseball.
The Mets arrive here as the champions of the National League for the 5th time in franchise history, having lost a 5-game World Series to the Royals, who begin defense of that title tonight.
I think that for the Mets, it's going to bring back a lot of memories, not necessarily happy ones.
We're going to have a chip on our shoulder, certainly, and getting to where the team wanted to go last year, but working our way to try to get back to that point. And what better place to start than the team that beat you in the World Series.
And these guys won it last year, we didn't, and we finished in second to them. And the motivation is let's get off to a good start. Let's win a game in KC. We didn't win a game here yet, so it'd be nice to come out of here with a W.
The New York Mets season is in full swing. But out here at
Citi Field, the Mets aren't the only ones getting in some reps. The young baseball players of St. Athanasius got a chance to train with Mets players and coaches through SNY's Play Ball Clinic.
More than 50 kids from the Bensonhurst organization showed off their skills while also picking up some valuable tips.
Kids out here today were such a young age that they're so raw, you know, I mean, mechanics and stuff like that, it's going to take a while for that to come along, but just getting out on the field and falling in love with the game and making it a passion of theirs is the most important thing right now for them.
It's a learning process, and no matter how good you are now, you want to be better when the season ends. So today the clinic gave them some basics, some things to work on, and really some foundational stuff that will help hopefully when they start playing games and they keep moving up level by level.
Along with SNY's Nelson Figueroa and Mets pitcher Logan Verrett, the young players got pointers from Mets coaches Dick Scott and Pat Rossler and infielder Wilmer Flores.
When I was growing up, we never had this where I'm from, so putting a smile on their face is really special and it's really cool. Sometimes we forget that this is a game, that we should have fun, we're supposed to have fun, and seeing the kids out there having fun, it makes you think like we should come here every day and have fun like they do.
You could see when Wilmer Flores and Logan Verrett walked on the field, their faces kind of lit up. They associate with the players, and they love being around the players.
It was just a fantastic experience. Hopefully our kids will enjoy this forever, just to watch their eyes light up when they got on the big field and to see the professionals with them. And the time that the players took with them was unbelievable.
So what exactly did the kids think?
I was just excited to be in a Major League Baseball field. It was really fun because, you don't do it, every day.
What was it like to see Wilmer Flores and Logan Verrett and play at Citi Field?
Okay, that was good.
What did you learn today?
To throw harder. How you can catch the ball, different ways that you can catch it.
What was your favorite part?
Batting. Well, I like batting.
What did you learn today about batting?
You have to turn your back foot.
Swing level.
Yeah, that too.
To see, a kid was touched by Wilmer Flores on the back today as he congratulated him on a nice job, and the kid was like, oh my God, is so excited. That look right there takes you back to when you were a kid, and I wish I had an opportunity at something like this when I was growing up.
These kids are the future of the game, you know. Baseball, we need as many fans as we can get.
Hitting, fielding, pitching. The budding baseball players from St. Athanasius started on their path at the SNY Play Ball Clinic to become 5-tool players and will now head back to Brooklyn and
We've got a lot of work to do to bring this group together, how we trust each other, how we depend on each other, and how that leads to our success. This is 2 weeks into practice. We are definitely not where we need to be or where we want to be.
We don't feel like our leadership is where it needs to be. We don't feel like everybody is holding themselves accountable right now. And so collectively, we have to do all those things in order to get what we want. And so you can't be thinking or listening to any hype.
And we thought we were going to be good? Huh? We thought we were going to be good? We thought we were going to be good? There's no denying that once Gamble Pavilion went up and we were able to start attracting some fans, and now when we're recruiting a player, a kid in high school could come to a game